Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today I'm doing a review and demonstration of the new Australis AC on Tour Contouring and Highlighting Palette. So if you guys haven't heard about this yet, it is quite new and it's basically like an inexpensive version of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contouring and Highlighting Palette. So the colours inside are basically exactly the same and the quality is amazing, and this palette is only $12 from Priceline. So it's very affordable. So if you want to hear a little bit more about this palette and also see how to use it, then please keep watching. So to start off, there is just the one palette in all of these colours. There isn't a dark or light palette or for medium skin tones, darker skin tones, etc. So there's just the one palette, but the good thing about it is that it's pretty much suitable for any skin tone, and you can really blend these colours to suit if you are quite fair or you're a bit more of a darker skin tone. Any of these colours can be blended out to suit and work with your skin tone. So that's a really positive thing about the palette. Also, the quality of the powder itself is really good. You can pick it up really easily on the brush and then apply it and blend it out easily as well. Some of those kind of cheaper products, I'm sure you'd find you try and pick it up on your brush and you have to really press hard to get any product on the brush, and that can be really frustrating, but these powders are really good quality, and every time I've used this, I've really had no issues with that whatsoever. So this palette's also really good from going from day to night makeup, so you can use these as kind of more of a subtle look throughout the day and then heavier contouring at night if you want to, so they are very buildable as well. So lastly, the packaging itself is really good. It's quite compact and sturdy, I guess, so it's not going to break or anything like that. It's not super cheap packaging, which is good. And also something else I love about it is that on the back of the palette it has instructions of how to use all the different colours on the inside. So if you have a bit of trouble, you've always got this there for reference. So now I'm just going to go on and demonstrate how I use this palette on my skin tone. I'm not going to follow exactly the instructions on the back of the palette because it's quite straightforward, but I'm just going to try and use most of the colours in the palette and show you how each of them can be used. So I hope you enjoy. So before I go ahead and use this palette, I just want to mention that I have used a foundation, obviously, and a powder to set that. So my face is quite mattified, I guess. If you've got dry skin and you use a really dewy foundation, just make sure you put at least a very light setting powder on top, just so these contouring and highlighting colours are easy to blend out. So the first colour that I'm going to use in the palette is this one here, and I find that this one's really good for my skin tone because I like to fake tan, and I find that that's got a little bit more of a reddy orange base in it, I guess. If you're quite dark, the middle colour would be great for your skin tone, and if you're very fair, then this end one here is just slightly lighter than these two. So I'm starting off by using this angled contouring brush, and this one is the N24 brush from Coastal Scents. So I start by applying this colour underneath my cheekbones and then all the way up on my forehead along my hairline, and I also like to come down a little bit further on my forehead because I do have a bit of a large forehead and I want to make that look a bit smaller. So after that, I will blend it out really well with my Bobbi Brown face blender, and you just want to do this by using kind of circular motions just to blend that out and help it to look a bit more natural. So after I've done that, I like to use this colour here, which is just slightly lighter, and I like to use that kind of to blend my jawline and my tan together if I feel like there's a little bit more of a difference there with the colour. If I do want to go a step further and make my contour a bit more dramatic, then I will use this middle shade here and use it with a really small brush underneath my cheekbone just to make that a bit more defined. This shade in the palette actually has kind of a purpley undertone to it, so it's perfect for getting those kind of really contoured look underneath the cheekbone. Once again, just blending that out with my face blender, but I'm kind of holding it in a flatter kind of way with my fingers on the brush just to help blend it out a bit neater. Now to contour my nose, I'm using a Bdellium Tools 781 brush with the original first colour I used in the palette, which is that kind of medium bronze tone. And I'm using this down the sides of my nose and also kind of on the end of my nose there, just to make it look a little bit more defined. And just blending that out with the Coastal Scents 250 brush. Now I'm using this slightly pink based highlight here. And I'm using that same N24 brush, but this one is a clean one. And I'm using this colour above and below my cheekbone and on the forehead and down the nose. So just to really brighten up and highlight those areas. Now I'm using this yellow tone here for underneath my eyes. I'm using this colour with my Coastal Scents N03 brush, and I find that this yellow tone really helps to brighten up that under eye area. If you're looking a little bit tired or you have any veins under your eyes like I do, I find that it really just helps to counteract those colours. Lastly, I'm grabbing this tone here, which is the only tone in the palette to have shimmer in it. I'm using that colour with a clean blending brush on my brow bone, also above my eyebrows, and then after I apply blush, I'm applying this highlight colour to the apples of my cheeks. So this is the end result from my contouring and highlighting palette. I know that this might be a bit too dramatic for some people who don't like to contour too much, but I did want to go a little bit further with how much I apply so that it would show up well on camera and you'll be able to do it yourself at home. So I hope you enjoyed this short demonstration, and I'll see you guys in my next video.